everyone. Good evening, good morrow. It is me, your classy and elegant host, Dylan Andrews. And welcome back to I Love Money Bounty Hunters. Delicious, delicious, delicious. I thought today, we've had a lot of drama. It's been kind of crazy. We've lost our sophisticated side. So today we're going to get sophisticated. Welcome to the first annual I Love Money Tea Circle. Today, players have been given the opportunity, if they choose to spill some, I'm not actually going to spill it, spill some tea, if you will, in exchange for some cocoa coins. Now, a player has decided that they wish to spill some tea. So I'm going to give them the floor, and I'm going to let them do whatever they'd like. You guys are free to control this meeting as much as you can. There may be other opportunities throughout the meeting to receive coins in exchange for some tea spillage. All right, with that, Shannon, I'm going to give you the floor.
Wow. All right.
Does that music have to be on this entire time? Amazing.
So I've been sick a while, and I've just kind of sat back and not said much, more just listened to everything going on, listen to here and listen to there. And from something that happened last night, I'm thinking that maybe people are thinking I'm the type of player that sits back and just lets things happen. That's not the case. Not the case at all. So, yesterday there was a lot said in the game when we were chatting about my wagon house, and that our wagon was working together, and a couple of people stayed quiet, and a couple of people were very much denying. And for the most part, I mean, I like a couple of people in my wagon. There's a couple of people that I have absolutely total disgust for. And I'm so tired of only talking about it in my confessional. And so today, that's what this tea is going to be about. Normally, when I'm in a game and people are talking nastily about other people, I speak up and I have their backs. In this game, I wanted to go a little farther. It's been a while since I've won a game. I've only won 4. It's been a while. And then I thought, you know what? It's not worth how I feel about myself to keep quiet anymore. So I got a phone call last night from Sarah, bawling her eyes out, saying that she thought that we were friends. Number one, I don't know where she got that from, because we have barely ever spoken. We started talking just because I heard she was throwing my name out. So I decided I'd better probably talk to her a little. And for the most part, after we all get together for Paymaster and other comps, my wagon likes to go back and trash people. And I'm kind of over it. And I'm kind of tired of not just calling people out and sitting back and nodding my head. So Rowan and Sarah are Rowan seems to always gang up as soon as Elliot gets going, and especially against Glow, I've got to say. I just don't even know where to start. Like, I'm feeling so scattered. I should have written shit down. As soon as we go into our room and they're just trashing Glow, when Glow tried the comp and got undressed and bared her all to try and win a comp. And then people go and trash her for taking off her clothes. Elliot had to turn his back because he swore an oath, and Elliot just can't partake. Whatever. Elliot, you didn't turn around when any other women had their clothes off. He didn't turn around when any other women were taking off their underwear. Only when Glow did. And honestly, going back and talking about Glow, constantly trashing Glow, constantly really made me sick. And yeah, made me go and talk to Glow. So Sarah said to me yesterday, I told someone a week ago or so about our wagon. Yep, I did. I told Glow about it because I went to Glow to see how she was after being attacked in the conversation. I went to go see how she was because it was really sickening. And especially when Elliot will be talking to her and they'll be getting going between. I've got no problem if two people are arguing, but then Rawan has to jump in and start attacking people. So Rawan gets on and only starts attacking Glow once Elliot's there, and then Sarah starts jumping in, and they all just gang up on her, and they think it's funny. They go and cackle about it afterwards, and I'm just so over it. Seriously, I'm over it. Yep, that wagon was totally working together. I will say Josh and Alex did not partake in the cackling and the nastiness. It was the three. It was Rowan, Sarah, and Elliot. And when Elliot got that bounty put on his head and he was so pissed off, and I finally stood up to him at one point when he said that Glow wasn't being mature and wasn't being adult because she wasn't taking the bounty off his head. So I spoke right up, and that was really my breaking point when I said, actually, her coming clean and saying that she did that is not something most other players would do. Most other players would keep it quiet. So yeah, that was pretty adult and mature of her. And so since I'm dishing on everyone else, I'll dish on myself a little bit. I'm not above that. I put the bounty on Sunshine. Yes, I did. To take the heat off of Glow a little bit. It was me. Some people suspected, but didn't know for sure. But yes, that was me. I put that on Sunshine. He was probably already going. And there's the tea.
Wow. Well, Gloria, I just want to ask, do you feel like anything anyone has said has been, at least to your face? I don't know what's been happening behind closed doors,
I
but
think I've been going, go ahead, I'm sorry, finish your question.
the question is like, do you think anyone has made like personal attacks on you to your face? Like,
Absolutely. That right there with taking my clothes off, everybody was taking their clothes off. I went down to the bear. I'm aged. I can't help what the age of my flesh is, but it proves I'm a player and that I put my game before all of you like y'all all did, and that I try.
mhm.
So that means they trash me, somebody that says they're a professional, if this is what's coming, that spilled out on me like I was nothing. Like, are they more prone not to get a bounty on them than I was by somebody that I tried to protect in this game until it was down to 3 people when I had to fight for myself with CJ? Somebody that I'd been honorable to put a bounty on me. How did I react? I said, it's part of the game. I haven't overreacted, but when they come at me, they try to demise me like the Glow show. Well, you know what? Let's call it out there. It's the Glow and Elliot show. Because I told people I thought he was genuine. I had never, ever. It was a bounty. So things started coming to me. And then I was really thinking of falling for the Sarah scheme of telling me, just tell him you're sorry, and take the bounty off. You know what? You're a professional. Be a professional player and be genuine. Like you said last night, we'll talk later because now you've bowed out and you're not here.
Mhm, mhm.
And there was no master plan behind any of it. Nobody knew what I was going to do. And I came out and I made it comical and crazy. Y'all didn't know what to think. I know exactly what I'm doing. I didn't want to come off treacherous, on my attack. I wanted to come off like a comedian with the real deal of what it was that was happening to me.
Mhm.
And you know what, Shannon, you got guts. because I always felt you had never betrayed any information on those people about all that. I had a feeling that something was going on, by the way, just how people talk to you. And the only ones that came through, I mean, Elliot almost had me smoked though. Alex, Josh, and Shannon are a victim of a wagon that they're none like. Last night, I openly in front of everybody, they're a victim of association. I want you to know behind the scenes that people say great things about you, Alex. Trustworthy. They don't betray whatever you've got with whoever you talk to. Same with Josh. Same for Rafi. And you want to know what? For most of you that are here, I can't find one that's here showing right now that's being
Gloria,
underpaid.
I gotta say something before I forget. When Gloria was talking about when she had accidentally messaged Rawan and said that she was going to tell her stuff, it was me that told her I was going to come talk to her. And Gloria I could not believe that she didn't throw my name out. Other people would have just thrown my name out and said, yeah, actually it was so-and-so. And so, Glow, when you didn't do that, I knew what a stand-up person you were. You did not tell anyone that it was me that had come to you and said I was going to tell you some info. So you are a very stand-up person, and I've got to say you're the most loyal person I have ever played with in any game in 7 years. And just so you all know, this 5 coins that I'm getting for spilling the tea, it didn't make me spill the tea. I had already talked in my confessional about wanting to spill everything that was going on. This was just a cherry on top because this info was already coming.
Mhm. Well, I just want to say before, Elliot, do you want to say something? Sorry.
Yeah, I did. I didn't have any intention of playing this game. Coming in, being attacked personally, I've never said anything to the extent of bullying, hating, or making shame onto a person.
Bullshit.
All right, no,
Shannon,
no.
can I please speak?
You can totally speak. I said one word and one simple word.
Cut me
Bullshit.
off. Okay, Shannon. What did I say, Shannon?
I said most of it. There's more coming.
Okay, Shannon, I haven't said anything, and I have the receipts from it. I've never said, when I said about Glow, what she did, I said it to her face, and I said that she was not being mature because she said something that was not true about me. Did I have ever said anything about Rawan in the game? Everyone in this game knows that I'm playing this game genuine and straightforward, okay? I am going through a fuck ton right now. And obviously that was evident in how I came across and reacted to the craziness of this game. And there's stuff, yes, maybe it was too personal, but yes, I'm going through a lot right now, and it's ridiculous. Okay, you don't know what someone's going through, so you can't make assumptions and place things on people that cross over into that personal aspect. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't attack someone's profession. You can't do that. That's not okay. Okay. And everyone here that I've gotten to know, even Glow, who I've had the opportunity, I was one of the only people, Glow, was that not true, that I was trying to keep you in this game? Was that not true?
If you were trying to keep in my game.
Because because you and I were straightforward with each other. We were 100%.
Then why did you participate? Why did you participate as my friend and what you are? We won't go there. We don't need to go there in this game. As a person in the game, why would you not, if you're working with me, come back and let me know that those things were going on about me? Why not? That's what a player. No, this is not the Elliot show like you did to me last night and cut me off.
It's not. I didn't cut you off because.
But you said those mean things. You said Glow show. That was all to show your innocence.
That's not.
And I wasn't supposed to come back.
Glow, what you're doing is a smart game move. You're trying to create, because this cast of people, objectively is more quiet. So it is smart to take the limelight and take control a little bit. And that's what you do. And it's smart. I'm not saying it's a,
I didn't try to come in here with the limelight. They brought me in here in a
well,
premiere
if we,
and I was a target.
you were a target because you were the only person not in the wagon. And the first night that we all hung out and we all met each other, you had spoken the most other than Dylan from the show, because you had a tough time coming in. Objectively, you spoke the most, right? The Glow show wasn't a comment about a derogatory in any derogatory nature, okay? It was like, that's what your game move is going. You're trying to make it the Glow show, as in saying, I'm going to make this about me, so that way I can be a big person in this game. And you're still here, are you not?
But I'm not trying to do that, Elliot. It's untrue. I've backed off. I've watched. I'm not seeing the moments we're having right now, or when I've been, thrown in the
Right,
vault.
but you're
You
not
sit
doing
there
that. You're not doing that right now because the game has changed and you've adapted and you're a good player, right? But things were not like that, and that's why I said I have never said anything derogatory in that term to objectify you, to call it as
So
a
why
person.
couldn't you man up? Why couldn't you man up that somebody did a play? I don't
Did
know
a
if I used.
play? What play?
I didn't use the right word. They did a strategical move and put a bounty on your head with things and information that was coming. And why couldn't you get on? I understand about our work, working, we can't do it then moments. You've had more time than to bring it in front of the house when you could have talked to me one-on-one. No, tell me why you wouldn't want to be a stand-up person and talk to me one-on-one on camera instead of putting it out in front of everybody.
So your question to me is, why couldn't I just sit down with you and talk to you after you had put a bounty on me and put false words in my mouth? That's your question, just to make sure
I'm not
right.
putting any false words. I
No.
asked you.
I know you're not doing that now, but you did. You said Elliot thinks her wand is despicable, right?
No, I'm telling you that was a strategical move. And if you would talk to me.
No. It's not a no. I know you're explaining, but that happened, yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
I did what I did. And I'm glad I did what I did.
So those were false words. Like, you're admitting I didn't say that.
I'm
right?
telling you through the grapevine, I thought it, but I also said to everybody that asked me when I did it that I thought you were genuine and that I would probably.
But that's not, I'm simply asking yes or no questions. I'm not asking about if I was genuine or anything like that. I'm asking.
It's going to be a 50-50 answer you're getting out of me. I thought it, but I wasn't positive.
Did you hear me say that I thought Garan was despicable?
I never said, Ray. No, you never said that to me.
Right. That's what I was upset about.
Why can't you take an attack when I've been taking it the whole game?
Why can't I take an attack?
Okay, let's
I've
not.
been taking
Okay, no. Okay, wait. I just want to stop you guys. Y'all are muddling.
I can't get anywhere, Rafi. I'm just trying to prove a point that in this game, I came out and I didn't handle it to the best of my ability because I'm going through things a lot right now behind the scenes. And yes, I don't appreciate when people in real life of this game, put words in my mouth that I have not done. And now it's happening again, apparently. That's not
what Coco's there for. So Glow is just playing the game. And what, you don't like me and Glow both coming at you? Maybe we should both come at you the way you and Rawan go at her and gang up on her and don't let her get a word in. Maybe we should do that, Elliot, because that's what you do every single time, right? So we'll just both blow up at you, and then you can't get a word in, and we'll just attack you the way you both jump on her.
I'm not attacking anyone,
No,
Shannon.
you do all the time.
Your tonicity right now is very negative.
Time. You and Rawan jump on Glow every time. Shake your head all you want. I don't care. I'm done.
No one's falling for this, Shannon. No one's falling for this, Shannon. No one's falling for this.
I just don't like. Okay, can I just say?
I decided to come forward and say what you're really like because I've
slander my name because I've never done any of that.
Dictionary. Go get a dictionary.
What?
I
think, okay, based on what y'all have been saying, I'm just I feel like y'all are doing a lot of muddling of game and personal, because when I hear the word attack, it's like an attack on people's characters, And this is a game. We're supposed to be doing this for fun, of course. So like Shannon, I just want to ask, like, I know like you mentioned the like Elliot turning around when Glow was changing or whatever. Like you claim that that Elliot has been attacking like Glow, whereas you've had the purview of like being in that wagon chat and being part of those calls. So you have a perspective that we don't have.
Yeah.
So like what has been said in this wagon? Because like I feel like that's really important to this conversation.
I so wish that I didn't have the boys all day, because my plan was I was going to go and list everything down so I could read it, because that's the type of player I usually am. Having to go by memory really sucks, but I'm going to try to get there. So as soon as we would leave and go back in there, what did they start doing? And not only would they attack her afterwards, but during, up until the point where Dylan says no more communicating, they will be there laughing about Glow nonstop, making fun of her in that chat nonstop. Talking about when she came out and asked about when she apologized for flirting. Because I went to her and I said, you know what, Glow, just stop flirting with them and stuff, because they're not taking it the way you're meaning it. Because Glow was messing around. I don't think anybody else took it anyway. She was messing around. Nobody really expects that this 7-year-old woman is trying to go and fuck anyone. Okay? She was messing around and playing, oh, you're a cutie, blah, blah, blah. And anybody else can say it, but Glow says stuff like that. And all of a sudden they're going back to the wagon and they're all jumping all over Glow again. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, why? Why do they have to constantly attack her? They will make fun of her. The name thing, when she was saying, Sarah's a nice name, this is a nice name. And in the room, they're like, Rawan says, oh yeah, Sarah's a real original name. Ha, 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 ha. Oh yeah, nice name. And they're going in there and they're mimicking everything she's saying. Everything she said, they're laughing and joking about her behind her back. And I don't think it's necessary. And I listened and I sat there and I listened and I listened and I listened. And finally, in my confessional yesterday, I think it was, I made a comment and I said, I'm so sick of it. Like, I am going to say something, but I've been so sick and I'm not the type of person. And I was disgusted in myself that I sat there and listened to it and I didn't stand up for her in the wagon. And I told them the only reason is because I know to get further, I have to keep my mouth shut. So am I really keeping my mouth shut to get further? Yeah, I'm letting this happen. And I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't keep my mouth shut. So when they came out and said, if somebody wants to have tea, I thought, you know what? This is coming out anyway. So it's coming out today because I've had enough. I haven't seen any other player attack her the way that Rawan and Elliot and Sarah do. And Sarah knows it. She called me crying last night saying she was going to quit because I had told someone that she was bullying Glow. So she called me last night saying she was ready to quit the game. And then I realized all the tears were fake. It was all fake. She just wanted me, and she just wanted me to out what I had said and who I had said it to. It was all fake. It was all her game. And that's what she does. She goes in there and does that every time. So I'm just done with it. I'm done with it.
Shannon, not to interrupt you, but your mic is like muffled right now.
Because my thing is on the table.
Yeah, you just got
if you want me to just speak on that, we haven't attacked Glow. We haven't made any kind of a personal accusations like that. I firsthand.
Going to be posted after the game, right?
Excuse me, I was talking, please. I gave you.
Yeah. Oh, you can't push me around. You can't just tell me to stop talking and I'm going to stop talking. No, I'm not going to stop talking.
I'm not.
Anybody else wants to ask me to stop talking, I'll stop talking. You want to ask me to stop talking? Shove it. I don't care, Elliot. I don't care what you have to say.
Okay, well, I'm just explaining for everyone else.
You mean you're spreading bullshit? You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying. Really? You never went and made fun of her. And you never went and said you took an oath. And so you had to turn around. You couldn't watch her getting undressed because you took an oath. What oath is that you can't see an old lady's body? But that you can look at the young girls when they're undressing. What oath was that, Elliot?
Okay, Dylan, can I please
no.
ask?
What oath was that?
Can I please?
Who oath was it that made you turn around for Glow?
No, this is not gameplay.
What
This
oath
is
was-
this
yes,
is crossing
you
over
said
into
it.
professional
You
territory.
said it.
Excuse
Nope,
me.
you said it. You said it in that chat. You said you took an oath. So you brought it into game. I'm not bringing it into game. You did. What's the oath? What's the oath,
I
Elliot?
don't know why you're getting so loud.
What's the
literally,
oath?
I'm
Because
telling
you're
you,
lying. You're
there's
lying.
no
What's
oath.
the oath,
I'm not
Elliot?
lying.
What's the oath? Just tell me the oath.
This is personal now,
What's
and
the oath?
it's
You know,
obviously.
you brought it up. What's the oath that makes you turn around for Glow, but not for other women that are getting changed? What's that oath?
There was no oath, Shannon.
You
I don't
didn't
know
say
what you're talking about.
You are a
This is
liar.
not. This
You
is
are a
not.
liar.
This is not
You're a
game.
liar. And as long as you're gonna lie, I'm not gonna let you talk. You want to keep lying? You didn't say you took an oath and that's why you turned around.
I'm gonna go talk to production.
Yeah, you do that because they know you said it. They saw it.
An
It's right
oath?
there in the conversation.
Where did I say oath?
Keep going. It's in the conversation. It's all our calls have to be recorded, so it's in there, and they can put it in the show. So if you're worried about your
I'm not worried, Shannon. Yeah, I can't. This is borderline manipulative. This is
no,
gaslighting.
you said
Yes.
it. You
No, I
said
didn't.
it. It's
Okay,
gonna be. They can
that's
take
fine.
it.
You know what? If that's what you believe, I said, that's fine.
It's
I will
got
let,
nothing to do with what I believe. It's what you said. Period.
I have
You took
never
an oath.
said,
Yes, you did. Yes, you
Okay.
did.
can I speak on it then?
Yeah. What oath did you take that makes you turn around for Glow, but not for other women getting changed?
I have never said the word oath.
That's a
ever,
lie.
Because when you
That's a lie.
receive,
Nope. That's a
excuse
lie.
me, when
Try
you
the
re-
truth. Try. You know what? You can talk right now because I'm getting a drink. So get out what you want to. But I'll let everybody know what you're saying is bullshit. And I hope the production put those words that you said into the show at the end because you said I took an oath and that's why I turned around. And I
No.
thought, you didn't turn around.
Shannon, the first night I got to.
I don't want to hear you. They can hear you. I don't want to. I'm getting a drink.
Okay. To give you the credibility and the player that I thought Shannon was, the first night in our wagon, I had gotten to know everyone, and we all said an interesting fact about each other. Here's a good example. And I had said, or one of the players, Josh, said he was working at a convention. And he is like, oh, one of those conventions, but he didn't say that. So I brought it up again, and he gave me a little bit of his no chill side, I guess, so to speak, right? That night, I hadn't really gotten to talk to anybody, but I did receive a message from Shannon. Shannon had started, it seemed like she had interpreted that message with Josh as saying, oh, wow, he at that point in time, I already knew that she was trying to create or start issues that were not there because Josh and I had talked and it was nothing to that nature. For people watching, everyone that has talked to me, you guys know, and people know here that is not my nature. That is not who I am. I've been upfront and honest to the utmost 10th degree.
Bullshit.
I played a mini on Dylan's channel previously.
That's got nothing to do with this game.
Okay, hold on.
You took an oath. You can tell me the oath yet? I'm still waiting.
Okay, you know, go ahead, Rafi.
I just want to ask Shannon, was this oath, quotation marks, this oath, did he say it in front of the group or did he say it in private?
In the wagon, in the whole group.
In the chat or?
In the
Wait.
chat, wagon chat, because we were talking about, it was funny that Yoshi was so surprised when he was watching. And I said, yeah, you turned around, Elliot. You turned right around and you said, yeah, I took an oath and I have to uphold certain whatever it was you said. And you said, and I took an oath. And so I can't be a part of certain things in the game. I can't be a part of certain things. So I want to know what oath you took that makes you turn around when a 70-year-old lady is getting changed and not when a younger girl is getting changed. That's all I want to know, what oath that is. I'm curious.
I just searched the chat. There was no oath mentioned in terms of the word oath.
It's in a video, and yes, you did.
And
I just want to say,
oh, I made it up.
I just want to say my shocked face was genuinely because I was impressed. Like
I know.
Okay.
No, I know. Yeah, no. We thought it was fun. You were just like shocked at how much
Yeah.
fun. No, that was okay.
Okay.
Elliot, he turned around because he took an oath when he only turned around for Glow.
And
That's what I have an issue with.
Glow, do you mind if I speak on this a little bit about our conversation that we had, that one-on-one?
Not at all.
Okay, so Glow, I think you know that I'm perfectly okay with doing, remember, you had come to me and you had told me, you know, like what you had called me because of, you know, my nickname to you, right? Right? You're familiar with the
I don't
nickname?
remember what was,
You're-
don't laugh.
The
Hold on, I'm not
nickname
trying to
is
set you, I'm not
But you-
trying to, what did I call
DOC,
it?
DOC, right?
Okay, yes.
Right. And obviously that's not something I'm not yet, you know, so now people know my whatever, my specialty, my field, whatever, my line of work, I guess you could so to speak. And there was something that happened, you're like, oh, you don't care if I get on, or like just something like in that nature. I think you were showing me something or like a birthmark or something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you were showing me something, right? And you're like,
I
oh,
don't
you don't.
remember if I did that, but I'm not going to deny it.
Right, but you were showing me something, you said, oh, you probably see people like this all the time.
Oh,
right?
no, I told you I had a disease.
Right, and we were talking about that stuff, right?
Yeah,
And you were like,
I've-
you
I've
probably
been-
see, and you're
yeah.
probably, and I had told you that I was I'm comfortable seeing anybody in like whatever, all the time.
And it wasn't anything obtrusive or rude where I showed you. I didn't show you
No, and
anything.
you didn't, but I had said, do you remember me saying that I'm totally okay with seeing that and anything like that? Because I do it all the time. I mentioned that I even give, you know, if you want to watch the video back, that's
It
something
wasn't
I
a
said.
big deal. It was just pulling my shirt up below my belly right here. It wasn't below my belt or.
Right, and I'm totally okay with it. What had
Now go
happened.
ahead and tell them what I've got since I've kept things to myself.
No, that's not something that you know, that's between you and me. We discussed that. That's, you know,
Okay.
health stuff, and you know, that I'm not that person yet. Like I'm not a physician yet, so.
So I know you're studying to be a doctor. How would I know about any kind of oath or about you being a doctor unless you said it in that group?
Shannon,
Yeah.
you don't take an oath until you become one.
It's
I've
what
never
you
taken
said. I have no knowledge. I only know what you said. I can only speak at what you
I
said.
think I've given light to the situation here, and people know,
No.
understand. Yes.
Yeah,
I
you
even
think
think
so.
Glow. I didn't even think Glow
So,
knows that I
yeah,
would.
you think so. You think so.
Shannon, it's not working. Okay.
It's, you know what? It doesn't matter to me because what's going to happen is afterwards that video can be shared, Elliot.
That's fine.
And that's all that matters to me because this game doesn't matter. It's a game, but you doing that was crap.
It
You
wasn't.
doing that was crap. Crap. Straight up crap. And let me see, I would come on here and just make it up, would I? Yeah, it's a pretty fucked up story. Yeah,
yes.
I have quite the imagination. I should go write a book.
So are we certain that that like this oath is something that Elliot just said in jest and just didn't mean?
I don't know. Ask Elliot because he's the one who said it. But he says he didn't say it, so I guess we won't know. But he said it while he was laughing, so maybe he laughed. Maybe he was making a joke about it. I don't know. It's what he said.
I think anybody watching this can tell the legitimacy and the energy that people are exuding here. And
Okay,
there is an outlier.
Yeah.
So I will let people make their own interpretation of everything that's happening.
I'm perfectly fine with whatever people think because I know what I'm saying is true. And I don't know how I would suddenly make that up and why I would make that up and tell that to people and put my.
Well, one reason you said it yourself why you would do it. You said that you don't want to stand back and you want to shake things up, and you said it yourself. So I think that's a great reason.
Keep putting words out there. I said
I'm not putting any words. You said that yourself in this.
I'm tired of the shit you guys were pulling in the wagon.
There is no shit. There's no shit. I have nothing against Glow. I was trying to, Shannon. I was trying to take.
Shannon, your mic is muffled.
I was trying to take a mental health day, and for me to be to be claimed as attacking or doing.
I'm not that quiet person you thought I was, and I'm speaking up for myself, and I'm speaking.
I have no animosity.
Yeah, I do have animosity towards how you're behaving and how you're lying. So I do.
Shannon, can you like move your mic like this? Twist. Okay.
Okay. Everybody has said their piece. It's getting kind of crazy. I think we all need to relax. It's really not that serious. It
It
really.
wouldn't be if he wasn't lying. That's the only thing. Don't say I'm lying. That's the thing. Don't say I'm lying and I'm not.
Let's just all
Alex.
take a breath. Let's just all take a
In
breath.
through our nose, out through our mouth. Meditation. Yay.
I love you.
Okay.
Alex,
What?
I wanted to say something.
Say
I'm
something.
not cutting you down or anything. Sometimes when it comes to the table, you weren't the one suffering. I was before I even found out. I was at the bottom and
What
I
table?
hurt. I cried sometimes after I got off camera.
What
Yeah.
table?
So things happen in games that hurt people. But you noticed I didn't bring all that woe is me into the game. But sometimes us players have to be careful what we do in our maneuvers. Not strategical about I took a bounty out because I'm not apologizing for that. But sometimes people have to be called on their actions in games.
Yeah.
I've
No.
been in your position before, Glow, and that's why I wasn't sitting back and letting it happen anymore. And I'm sickened that I did sit there and let it happen for so long. And like I said, a part of it was because I thought, all right, I want to go farther in this game. I have to keep my mouth shut. This is a group of 6 that I can keep safe with, that I knew I was on the bottom of. And I knew if I kept my mouth shut, but to me, it wasn't worth keeping my mouth shut anymore. I could not keep my mouth shut anymore. It ate away at me when I wasn't even talking to anyone, when I was lying here sick, needing to go to sleep, trying to get to sleep. It caused me sleeplessness because I couldn't live with the fact that I was sitting there and partaking in, because me sitting there and listening to it and not speaking up and standing up for you was me partaking in that. And I
It
am
was
sorry.
hard.
I am sorry. I apologize from the deepest pits of my heart. And this is not game. This is, I am disgusted. I had enough. I don't care if it ruins my game. Everybody can vote me out if they don't believe me, but I have zero reason to make up crap that he said and throw my game, my own game, under the bus. Like, my head is pounding now. I'm still not feeling well, but I was not sitting back and listening to that. And Sarah called me bawling last night because she knew it was coming out.
Well, wait a minute, Shannon. I don't think everybody's going to look at you at that way. I'm sure there's going to be talk about you spilling tea.
Either way.
I think you got strong shoulder pads and you'll handle it well, just as well as I feel. I'm not talking about when somebody's coming at me and I raise my voice and stuff, and stuff like that, like we've all done to each other. I've got my shoulder pads on. I took it away from the game. I felt belittled, my age. I felt people wouldn't give me a break with trust. And I have been the one more than anybody else bounced around like a bouncing ball until, then it became the CJ thing, the Cheryl thing. It was from that to the other, but nobody got it as much as I did. And I
Yep,
had to
I agree.
fight to stay here.
And I apologize. I
Okay.
apologize for taking part, for not standing up for you sooner. I am sorry.
Shannon,
Now I'm
it's
going.
okay.
Unless anybody wants to ask me something, I've got 2 little ones here that I'm looking after until Wednesday. So if anybody wants to message me or anything, but I have to go and look after these little monsters. Glow, I love you to pieces. You are an amazing woman. You are so strong, and I gotta go. Does anybody want to ask me something before I leave?
I'd like to say thank you.
Everybody something. Why did Sarah leave the main chat?
Sarah's not doing well right now, you guys.
Yeah.
Like Sarah's not doing well. And
But
I'm
don't-
not gonna talk about this anymore on recording.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and if you guys want to leave, you can leave. But I don't want to talk about it anymore on recording. This whole tea fucking circle shit mess. Thanks, production. Peace out.
So basically, my wagon is pissed that I came forward. And Sarah called me last night crying because she said she thought we were friends and she heard from someone that I thought she was a bully, because she is. And so yeah, I don't know. She told me she was going to quit. And I guess she did.
I'd like to know what that comment exactly was insinuating.
Which comment?
So if anyone has any grievances, they can come message.
Which
They can
comment?
come message me personally.
Grievances of what?
You know what?
Which comment? I'm confused.
There was been a
About
lot
us.
of comments, Dylan.
About us.
About who?
So this is all I'm
Oh,
going,
what Alex said as he left?
this is all I'm personally going to say. We cannot control what anyone says about any player.
Mhm,
You are all responsible for the things you say, for
mhm,
the things you do.
mhm,
We cannot
mhm,
take anyone's side. We can't.
mhm,
As much as we like each of you as individuals, as much as we respect and love each and every one of you, if
mhm.
we were to jump in and we were to take one person's side, defend one person, you can't say this about someone, you can't say that about someone. If we were to do that, that would be unfair to the rest of you.
I don't think it is
Because
unfair.
I think you just mean because when Alex left and he said, thanks, production. I think that's what the comment is about. Like,
Oh.
we
See,
can't do that.
I have a different hosting perspective. I think you should step, like, if it is as bad as Shannon is painting it out to be, because again, I don't want to take a side because I feel
you
bad
weren't
about.
there, you don't know. That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's as bad as Shannon's painting out to be, and if they're making personal attacks that's making Gloria genuinely feel bad, and if Sarah's genuinely crying, that's when production steps in. Because yes, we're making a show, but at the same time, like, orgs for me, they're fun. Like, they're just spaces to have fun, like play, like
Well, at the
Survivor, play
same
these
time,
games.
though, you also don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You also don't know what we have said behind the scenes. You
Yeah.
also don't exactly know that. If we were just to come into this chat willy-nilly, come on camera, start talking, and be like, Shannon, you can't say this about so-and-so, you're hurting people's feelings. If we were to do that, you see how that's unfair?
No,
If
Yeah, I
Al-
think you guys have been great throughout it. Honestly, when I brought it up in my chat, they weren't my side or anyone else's side. They were like, we're here if you need to talk about it. And Sarah, I don't know what she's going through in her personal life, but maybe she's going through something that made this magnified. But all I know is
what I will say is that some people are not prepared to deal with this level of stress, and it would be best to, I would say, back off and to give them their time and to let them recuperate, because you don't always know what someone's going on.
right.
You don't know what's going on behind the scenes all the time. That I will say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
always advise people to watch previous seasons of this show, because the game can get very heated, because I think in other games people are not used to their cards having to be shown and things having to be exposed, because usually you in a Survivor game you could just go to tribal council and you could just vote a bitch out without them even knowing. You know what I'm saying? So these things don't usually have to be handled. But I always like to say that it's better that the light that everything in the dark comes to light
But we
now.
don't know if it's like, I mean, but we as players, we don't know if what Shannon's saying is true. We don't know.
What I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying what Shannon's saying is correct. What I'm saying is that it's better that everyone gets things off their chest now, so that 3 months from now, you don't have people posting on Twitter or Orgo Drama or on other spaces coming for people when the story hasn't been clearly painted. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm going to say is that we love and support and respect all of you, but we cannot side with anyone in any situation unless there is actual bullying, group mentality. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I recommend you go watch Circle Night from last season. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say. If anyone has any problems with us, we didn't know what Shannon was going to discuss at this meeting today. If anyone has any problem with us, feel free to message us. I'll be more than glad to hop on a call with you. Thank you.
Dylan, if anybody messages you about what happened at a tea
Can
about
I-
you in this game,
Can I just speak on something really quick, Glow, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Yeah, so if you don't know, I'm Erin. I was a part of Circle Night season 8, if you want to watch that, where there was genuine bullying, genuine attacks, all that good stuff, all the isms, everything. And it was pretty clear that it was wrong. And I wanted to also join production to make sure that there was nothing to that degree on another season. And if I did see something to that degree, promise on my life, I would have stepped in. And I can't take sides as well. I don't want to, but I promise. And if anyone wants to come speak to me and they feel uncomfortable or they don't like how something's handled, or they want to mediate a talk between X, Y, and Z players, I will do so, because it is supposed to be a fun game. No one should be feeling poorly. And if they're, we're just humans, and humans make human errors. So discussing in a mediated way, if there's anything that you want us to do, we can't affect gameplay. A lot of times in my season, it wasn't, in my season, the isms, all of that good stuff was still happening, but I persevered and I made it through this season. And I said it multiple times, just like in volleyball, if there's a bad call and the ball, the ball doesn't lie. Have you ever heard that saying, is what I'm getting at. So if that is what it, I'm not portraying this correctly as I want to, but basically.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, Glow. Basically, like, we're going to talk to you and try to make you feel as comfortable as you need to feel, and what we can do possible in our power. But we want to keep the game going. If anyone needs to talk and like have any suggestions or anything we can do, we'll be honest with how much we can do, but we don't want anyone feeling poorly. We don't want anyone feeling attacked. We don't want anyone feeling, like, let's attack someone's gameplay. Let's keep personal, and we'll deal with personal outside of the game, and we'll talk to it. We'll mediate it. We'll do any of that stuff. And then we can continue the game so that way people aren't feeling this way. Does that sound good?
I'm going to be fine. I've got my shoulder pads on. I think right now, me having been a person that was on the streets as a cop and a bounty hunter, lucky to be alive, that's far as we'll go with that, that I'm not ashamed to admit it off camera, probably felt snubbed because of my age and made fun of, but my shoulder pads are on, and it sounds to me like the ones y'all need to be helping right now that are down and out are Sarah and Elliot, and I'm gonna stand fold and hope the guys have viewed everything and will give me more of a chance, to get myself like feeling like I'm bouncing around the ball once in a while. Let some other people take the heat who deserve it, because I stood up as high as I could with it.
And I just want everybody to know that I did talk to Glow about this before. This isn't something that was sprung on her today, that all of a sudden they were talking this shit. Like, I let her know as it was going on and when it was happening. So it's not something that all of a sudden today she's finding out this news she didn't know. And it's something that has been spoken about in my confessionals. And if Elliot and Sarah are upset and whatever they've got, I mean, I've been in a position where I've been attacked, whatever, and I didn't come on here to attack. I came on here to say, this is what was happening. I'm not having any more part in it. I felt crap about myself for sitting and listening to it. And so I brought it all out. And unfortunately, Elliot and Sarah could dish it out, but they couldn't take it. Maybe they have other crap going on in their lives, or didn't think it was going to come down to them having to actually take it. But my goal is never to make anybody hurt or sad or whatever. But if somebody's going to come and say that I'm lying about something and I'm not going to back down, because I know that I'm not lying. I know that I'm telling the truth. I have zero reason to lie about what I've said. I have zero reason to make that up as a story. I don't know where I would ever pull that out of the air from. But I was going to go to certain people. I did want to go to other people and let them know what was happening. I did go to Rafi last night before the paymaster ceremony. Not that I wasn't trying to get him to take anyone out. Or change his mind on who he was taking out. I only wanted to let him know what was going on. And I've been trying to tiptoe to try and find people I could tell in the game without it coming back at me. But then finally I felt like I didn't care if it affected my game. I just couldn't do it anymore. So I'm going to go. I've got these monsters, and I hope you guys all have a good night. Elliot, I know he's gone, but I'm not, I'm just standing up for myself, and I'm not lying. So if you want to say I am, of course, I'm going to stand up for myself. I don't know what's going on with you personally or with Sarah, but I've been in that position. So when you're playing a game, you know shit happens. And unfortunately, I wasn't putting up with it anymore. So I'm going to go. You guys all have a good night.
Okay, thank you, Shannon.
Welcome.
Just one more thing. I think this should be kind of where we wrap things up, and then maybe offline we can discuss this a little bit more in depth. And by no means do I want to invalidate anyone's feelings with anything I said. I just want to remind everyone very loosely, to make sure we're validating everyone's feelings in the grand scheme of things, if we all validate your feelings in another way, and to make sure that we're being fair to everyone in discussions, and to separate personal from game. Just moving forward, that's not a personal attack. That's not invalidating anyone's feelings. We're going to discuss anything that come across as personal offline. And I hope that we can talk to anyone that feels any negativity or anything from this point forward. Okay, does that sound good?
Yeah, and go take care of the ones that are having a hard time with it. I'll be fine.
Thank you. Okay.
If I could just say, I want to thank everyone for, I apologize to anyone if I've came across as ingenuine or hurtful. That's never my intent. I've tried to play this game wholeheartedly and just be straightforward, and I would never slander or talk bad about somebody in any kind of context. I believe that you get what you give in life, and I believe in just spreading love and not instead of spreading hate. I'm sorry, Glow, if anything that I've said has made it seem like, or made it, like in any fashion seem like I was, doing anything hurtful to you. I promise on my life that
Doc, your apology is accepted. Quit crucifying yourself.
I understand. I'm just saying that, I think Shannon, maybe she's seeing that she's not lying. I think what's happening is she's hyperbolizing what actually happened. She's making it seem like they're just evil. And for me, I have a lot of at stake with my namesake. I have, any kind of social media, any kind of thing, any kind of, residency